Canadian Rockies Public Schools is located in the majestic Rocky Mountains and Bow Valley of Alberta, Canada. The Bow Valley encompasses the areas of Canmore, Banff, and Lake Louise. During the winter months, these areas are susceptible to large amounts of snowfall, and with that comes the chances of avalanches throughout our region. The genesis of our program, the Wilderness Experience Program, is for our students at Canadian Rockies Public Schools. We want our students in this area to have an understanding and awareness of the risks that exist in the areas that they are playing in each and every day.
This is a program that started last year with Canadian Rockies Public Schools. So the students walk away with their Avalanche Skills Training Level 1 with Avalanche Canada, but they also walk away with the practical skills. So it's not just learning about this online or learning about this in school. It is a little bit of that, but then they get to come and spend an entire day with professional mountain guides and learn how soil science works in terms of avalanches.
We're following the AST1 curriculum set out by Avalanche Canada. And there are several different components to that. The first one that we went through today was companion rescue skills. So we really started by introducing the individual bits of gear, our shovels, probes, transceivers, and looking at how to use those. And then I like to do a little bit of practice just with working with the transceiver and the probe, just to get people more familiar with how to use them.
With having all of our grade 10 students, so we picked that grade just because it's where students are starting to be able to explore on their own and be on their own without their parents more and more. And so it's a good age to give them this knowledge and teach them the skills for making good decisions in the mountains.
So you can start probing in that.
It's a monumental project that we're undertaking, but we are really fortunate to obviously live where we live, but also to have the support that we have from the Women Nancy Powell, from Lake Louise, from our board, from the parents, to the students, to the teachers, to the principals. Every student that's coming through here, all of these staff are impacting them. So everybody's working together to make this happen for them.
The mountains are our backyard, they're our playground, and certainly kids year-round are out mountain biking, hiking, skiing, ski touring, all the different activities, and so any little bit of avalanche education that we can get them will hopefully help them in the long run. Ideally, we can inspire them to seek out further avalanche education and keep them safe. This program is really just an introduction. It's just to make them aware of what's out there, make them aware that the avalanches do exist in the mountains, what to look for, what kind of conditions do lead to avalanches, and some safe terrain travel while in the mountains so that maybe they can avoid slopes that might potentially avalanche.
There is no other school division in North America that's taken on a project such as this, where we're training an entire cohort of students within our high schools.
This is an extremely unique program. It's the only one that we know of in Canada. Last year we certified 119 students with their AST1 through Avalanche Canada, and this year we're looking to exceed those numbers.
So some of the students that we have out here don't necessarily recreate all the time in the backcountry, but this is giving them tools and confidence to be able to come out and do it.
There's a lot of kids that come out here who are the children of mountain guides and avalanche forecasters and have a lot of exposure to this type of stuff. There's also a lot of kids that really don't. You know, we got a lot of kids who, you know, come out to the ski hill on weekends, and being out in the backcountry is not their primary kind of activity. You know, one kind of common thing that we see is that we are all living out here in this mountainous environment, and we're spending time out in, you know, potentially avalanche terrain. So kind of giving them some tools to use while they're out there. I think, you know, a lot of them see quite a bit of value in that, which is really great to see.
I spend a lot of the time in the outdoors, and I grew up in a family who kind of grew up in the outdoorsy area, so my parents have lots of experience with the outdoors, so they kind of were like, oh, we want our kids to kind of carry on it.
Right? I'm not
wanting to get.
I think it's really valuable, and especially because we're living and playing in the mountains all the time. Even just having more awareness of the environment around us, even if we're never really actually getting out into avalanche terrain, just kind of being able to identify what's out there and around us a little bit is really valuable. It's really important.
Yes, this will absolutely have an impact. If we can help prevent one person from being trapped in an avalanche, whether injured or possibly killed, it'll be worth it in the long run. And just to get the students now, who will be our outdoor people in 10, 20 years and 30 years, hopefully for the rest of their life, if we can give them that little bit of awareness and maybe they can share it with their friends and family as well, then it's definitely worth it.